Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be teaching you 5 key points and steps to help you elevate yourself. So, the first step is, everybody know this one, self-care. So, what I mean by self-care is not the typical stuff that you hear everybody saying and talking about, but what I mean is actually taking yourself serious. So there's a lot of things in life that we cherish and we worship and we spend time indulging in and taking care of and prioritizing. However, a lot of times we neglect our own selves and sometimes we don't even know it. Basically, self-care to me is viewing yourself as somebody worthy, viewing yourself as if you're a trophy, and it's all about polishing yourself up. Now, I'm not talking about, oh, let me take an hour or two out of my day a week to do a self-care routine, or, let me take myself on a date because I deserve it, which is all cool. However, when I mean self-care, I mean showing up for yourself every day. There's so many things that we indulge ourselves in that takes up our times that we pour in. However, if we're not pouring into ourselves, how do we expect to keep performing at our best, right? And if nobody's gonna do it, it has to be us. If not nobody, then who? If not you, then who? Going into a little bit more depth about what I mean when it comes to self-care, it's about talking to yourself positively, loving on yourself each and every day, giving positive self-affirmations, even when you feel like not your best. Still speak positively to yourself, whether it's out loud or in your head, writing it down. Always think positive about yourself. And if you try to go out and do something and you fail, don't talk negative about yourself or beat yourself up. Like, that's not going to help your situation. The best thing you can do in that situation is to say, okay, if not today, we're going to keep pushing forward and we're going to try again. I may not have conquered it today, but that doesn't mean I don't have it within me to conquer it. You get what I'm saying? So always speak positive to yourself. Always love yourself no matter what mistakes you make, no matter what wrong decisions or wrong things you say. And always be intentional with yourself. Never put yourself into bad situations and then expect good to happen, because that just doesn't make sense. In order for good things to happen to you, you have to put in good work and time, surround yourself with good people and energy, which is also a form of self-care. If you feel like there's something that you want to improve, think about, okay, how can I naturally improve myself first? And is this something that I actually want to do for myself, or is it to please others? Again, a lot of times we do things that pleases others, or we think others would like. However, at the end of the day, no matter who likes you, you gotta like yourself, period, right? So at the end of the day, do things that is going to make you happy within yourself, whether it's mentally, physically, or emotionally. If there's something that you want to change about yourself, make sure it's something that you are okay with, and then do the things necessary to achieve that. Okay? I'm all about, if there's a natural flaw that you don't like about yourself, and it took me a long time to learn this, and I'm still learning some things. However, that's where positive affirmation come in at. Because the more you talk to yourself positively, the more you start to love yourself positively. Because sometimes I also feel like people do love themselves, but sometimes they love themselves in a way that's probably not the healthiest. You know? Think about it for a second to grasp what I really said, okay? Like, self-care is so important. So it's like you really can't take yourself for granted. If there's goals that you want to do, whether it's working out or sticking to a skincare routine or, just taking time for yourself, like stand on your business when it comes to yourself. If you mapped out a time to go work out, you know what? Get up and get your workout in. You feel me? Okay. If you mapped out time to just sit down and let your brain rest, when that time comes, make sure that you are giving yourself that time and you are acknowledging the fact that this is what I need, this is what I want, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes so that I'm good at the end of the day. And a lot of times I feel like, especially for my people that's like me, that's always lifting people up, you have to get to a point where you're taking care of yourself before you pour into other people. Because I'm guilty. I'm the type of person where I will give, 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 give. And then at the end of the day, I'm drained or worn out or I can't give to myself. And so I go into the next day lacking and slacking because I haven't did what I needed to do for myself. And like I said, you are a trophy. You are to be viewed as a trophy. Even if you think you are a second place trophy today or a third place trophy today, that doesn't mean that you're not deserving of being polished up. Okay? And put on a shelf that's high. So that moves me into my next point, which is positive thinking. And I think people take this for granted when they say positive thinking really does change like your life. Okay, so I'm really one of those girlies that's deep, deep, deep into thinking. How you think and what you put out into the universe really comes back to you. I'm really one of them girls, okay? And I just feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like what you really put out into the world is what comes back to you. So if you're steady dwelling on the negativity that's in your life and that's all you can see, it's going to be so easy for you to just feel negative and feel down and feel bad, right? But when you focus on good things in life, it really does change your emotions. It really does change your mindset, or at least it can. It really can affect how your attitude is towards achieving things and going after things and accomplishing things. Even when we get knocked down and things doesn't go our way, because that's going to happen, because that's life. And sometimes things like that happen so that we can regroup, refocus, buckle up ourselves and push forward. Sometimes we have to go through things that bring us down so that we can push forward. However, what's really going to help us to push forward is seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And actually thinking positive about every and all situations. And sometimes that can be so freaking hard. Trust me, I know. Especially when there's so much like craziness going on in the world. It's like left and right. Everybody's battling and challenging things in the world. But it's like no matter what, you have to find a place where you can go back and dig deep into your positivity in order to push through in life and live a successful life. Sometimes you may even have to tap into an energy source that helps you to be positive. For me, I'm a very spiritual person. I do believe in God, and sometimes I feel like there's nothing on this earth that can help me but Jesus Christ, Lord God, my Savior. And He is, and He has become my positive source of outlet. Sometimes you can't go to other people. Sometimes you can invest in other things to bring positivity into your life. Sometimes you have to go get supercharged up from a supernatural being, you know? So for me, in order for me to stay positive, I don't run to other people. I run to my Lord, God, Savior. I read the Bible. I meditate. I reflect on all the good in my life to help push me through. I reflect on all the positive things about myself. Once again, positive affirmations. I make sure I take time out on a daily basis to recharge and re-grasp that positive energy, because every day you're going to need positive energy if you want to evolve in life, because every day there are negative things coming towards you, whether it's in your personal life or in your mind or just a reflection on what you've been through. So it is so important to go outside of yourself and outside of your friends and families and everything else that can also have a negative impact on us, and find a source that is positive for us, that pours into us, something that we don't even have to pour into, it just gives to us. So I encourage everybody, if you have a spiritual practice or somebody that you follow and believe in, reach out and get the knowledge and the juice and the positivity from that, because it really can make or break you and build you up as well. Even the people that you surround yourself with. Like sometimes some of my most positive people or most beautiful people, like people ain't perfect. Sometimes they mess up and slip up and they may rub me the wrong way occasionally, like, and then I'm all in my feelings, you know what I'm saying? And I'm all like, well, I really can't, I'm really not comfortable talking to this person about this and da 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 da. But when it actually comes to God, I'm so comfortable with going to Him and just getting that positive energy and flow that I need. Even if it's just sitting down, meditating, giving Him my thoughts, giving Him my worries, giving Him my troubles and my problems. To me, that's a positive action, even or even just positively thinking, okay, let me just give this to God and it's gonna work out. Always thinking, hey, no matter the situation, it's gonna work out. I don't have to carry these troubles and these problems and these frustrations by myself. I'm gonna give it to God and it's gonna work out. So just believing in that firmly and standing in that firmly and giving all your problems to God or whoever is your higher being will really help you to be positive no matter what. Right? So that leads me to tip number 3, which is developing positive habits. And I know we all can do better with developing positive habits, okay? I'll start with myself because, yeah, your girl needs work. But that all comes and ties back into everything else I said. Like with the self-care and the positive thinking, it's all about knowing who you are as a person, right? Knowing who you are, knowing what works for you and what doesn't work. So when you are developing your habits, it's good to know who you are as a person, for real, and envision who you want to be. And then do the research and get the understanding of, okay, I'm at point A and I would like to be at point B. What are the in-between goals that I have to accomplish within myself and develop on a daily basis and be consistent with, so that I can get from point A to point B, right? And then once we develop what that is and how we're going to get there, it's all about creating those constant habits on a daily basis, right? So it's like, once again, taking yourself serious. In order for you to change, you have to be the change, right? In order for you to be better, you have to do better, right? So you have to take the time and take yourself serious and say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do to get it. And nothing's going to stop me, not even my own self. Let's just sit on that for a second. Because sometimes not even sometimes, most of the times, we are in our own way of evolving and getting better and stunting our own growth. And sometimes we don't even know it. That's why it's so important to actually sit with yourself, reflect on yourself, meditate, and say, hey, what is it? Who is it that I am really? And if I don't like something about myself, let me change that. And how do I change that? Oh, okay. Okay, let me be serious and let me get it done. And being consistent with yourself, you start to pour into yourself and you start to love yourself more. And when you put in the work for yourself, you start to appreciate yourself more, because you look back and you say, hey, I wanted this done. I got it done. I didn't take the shortcuts. I didn't take the easy way out. I actually wanted something. I set out to pursue it and I made it happen. And when you look back, you're going to love yourself so much more. When you took yourself serious, you didn't take the easy way out, and you really pour into yourself. And you're going to appreciate yourself more. And it's going to make you elevate even more in life. Moving on to step number 4 is learning new things. So even when you are, going back to the last point as well, even when you are developing new habits, there's new things you're going to have to learn, right? Absolutely. It's going to be things that you're not comfortable doing on a regular basis. But you have to be okay with learning new things and adapting to new things no matter the situation. If you want stuff out of life, you're going to have to try new things. If you want new things to happen in your life, you're going to have to try new things. Things that scare you. Things that are challenging. Because once you put yourself into challenging situations, no matter how tough it is, you're going to grow from it. Just when you do put yourself into those situations, go in it with expectations of, I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm going to try my best to make this work for me. And if it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for me. But I come out stronger, smarter, and more confident within myself that, hey, number 1, I don't have to stay doing the same things. I can evolve. Number 2, I can adapt. Whether you fail or whether you succeed, you can adapt to what it is, and you can learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you. But you're only going to learn that by doing things that you've never done before. Taking that risk, taking that chance, experiencing what it is that you need to experience and learn from that. If you're expecting to, build up your knowledge in something, but you're doing the same A, B, and C, and if you don't go out and try to do E, F, G, how do you expect to grow and flourish? So it's all about trying new things in life, and that's actually going to help you even get to know yourself even better, and then actually also understanding, okay, what habits do I need to improve myself? Okay, and then also what positive thinking or positive setting do I need to place myself in to improve myself? And also, okay, what is it that I need to do to self-care for myself to improve myself? So doing new things is going to help you tap into that all the time, right? Whether you fail or whether you win, you come out stronger in the end. I'm telling you something now. I'm telling you something. And I'm making it sound good, okay? So yeah, so even if it's just like going for hikes or traveling to a new state or being friendly to somebody you would have never been friendly to, or just speaking up more, even if you say the wrong things, as long as your intentions are positive and good, you can't be mad at yourself. You can't beat yourself up, because like I said, we're humans. We're gonna make mistakes. We're not perfect, and that's the beautiful part about us. However, if your intentions are good from the beginning to the end, even if you do mess up and make a mistake, even if you do say the wrong thing, even if you do, don't act as, positive or as you would like in a situation, like the fact that you did it, either way, is an accomplishment, okay? So we're gonna clap for ourselves on that, even if we fail. And we're gonna let ourselves know that even though something didn't work out for us this time or whatever, that doesn't mean we don't have the willpower in ourselves to actually accomplish it in the future. And hey, if we don't, or if it ain't for us in our life, don't beat yourself up saying, oh, I'm not good or I'm not worthy, or just speaking negative about yourself. That's tearing down your self evolution, because it's not working for you. Maybe it's not meant for you. Maybe you're meant for something else, But you don't know that until you actually step out on faith and try new things in a positive way and see what happens and grow from that situation. And so all this leads me to tip number 5. Push yourself. Push yourself past your comfort zone. So it all ties into what I've been saying. When it comes to learning new things, you're going to have to push yourself past things that you're not used to doing. Like, you're going to have to push yourself, like, to speak up more, to do more, to learn more, to evolve. You're going to have to push yourself, even if it's hard, even if it's challenging. I know for me, your girl is trying to lose weight, okay? Not saying I ain't never lost weight before, because I have. But your girl had a baby. This is something new for me. I got goals. I got to figure out a balance for my life outside of being a mom and a wife and having my own personal goals and a job and a youth leader and other things I got going on within myself. I still have to push myself to keep doing things, keep doing new things if I have to, keep creating those new habits, keep thinking positive, to have self-care for myself, and go to that gym or find time to work out so that I can reach a goal to move from here to here. I can't make no excuses for myself when it's hard, when I don't want to, when I'm tired. If I set a certain time in a certain place that I want to be for myself, I need to push myself. And there's going to be times where I fail. Yeah, I get that. I'm human. I get it. But, however, I need to be serious about myself when it comes to my self-care, and the things that I want to do, that I have to push myself when the times are hard, when the going gets tough. Because that's the only way you're going to see results. That's the only way you're going to see results, period. You can't keep thinking or just keeping stuff in your head like, if only if I was to work out 3 to 4 times a week and give myself an hour, I would be right. But if you're not doing what it takes, you're not going to get from A to B. It's just going to be a thought in your head. So you really have to find the time. You have to find the balance. You have to develop those new habits, for that self-care. You have to step out and do new things. So even if it's regrouping your whole life, rebalancing your whole life, doing things that's uncomfortable just so you can meet that end goal, that where you have respect for yourself and love for yourself, and you have good intentions for yourself, that no matter what, you're pushing through. Even if it's speaking up more. If you're typically a shy person and you want to get out of that, push yourself past that comfort zone. One day, put yourself in a position that's so uncomfortable. For the heck of it. For the fun of it. Speak up more and see to everybody in the room. Go into a room and you go out and you just, even if you make a fool of yourself, so what? At the end of the day, you're going to come out stronger. And who knows, you may not even make a fool of yourself. You may actually build confidence in yourself to do that. Because in order to be successful in this world, you have to build yourself up. You have to be familiar with what works and what doesn't work. And you have to polish yourself up. You have to think of yourself as a trophy, no matter who you are, no matter what position you're in right now, whether you feel like you're failing or losing, whether you feel like you're in first place or last place. You need to view yourself as a trophy. You need to view yourself as an end goal, and you need to polish yourself up. Even if you do feel like you're in last place, you need to polish yourself up as if you are a first place trophy, because even last place trophies deserve to be polished up, because even they are an accomplishment. Okay? And things are not going to happen overnight. It's going to take you actually being serious about yourself, standing on your own business when it comes to yourself in order to improve yourself. And once you actually improve yourself and develop yourself, you're going to attract more people and more great things into your life that's going to be great and positive for you. However, if you want things to be better for you, if you want things to change, you have to be better to yourself. You have to change for the better of yourself. And this is a message for me and you, okay? This is a message for me and you. Times when I'm feeling low down and bad, I'm going to run back to this video, okay? And I'm going to remind myself every chance I get positive affirmation that I am a trophy, no matter what position I feel like I am in my current life going on, and I deserve to be polished up. I deserve to be made brand new. I deserve to be placed on the highest shelf of the highest shelf and still be humble, not thinking that I'm better than anybody, but putting in that work to keep myself shining bright. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of my topic today. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And I hope that you really, really, really gained something great and positive from this video. I really do hope that it's been positivity and goodness and greatness. I really do pray a blessing over each and every one who has watched my video today. And be blessed. Be blessed. Bye.